Do you want to be an eyeshadow expert? Check this out. All right, you have seen me do other eyeshadow tutorials, but you have actually never seen me do one like this. It's about time that I break these down with these eyeshadows for you. I want you to feel comfortable and confident in the eyeshadows you're wearing and how you know which ones to put on your face. So I'm actually gonna be walking you through with something a little like this, but even teaching you how to build that palette with some good, solid basics. Let's roll these out right now. All right, we're gonna get down to business. I wanna give you 4 key things that you can do that's gonna help you to love the eyeshadows and what you're wearing. That's super important to me because it actually helps your eyes pop and more. When we're choosing what eyeshadows we can wear, we want things that are going to match our outfit, possibly not too much. Maybe pick more neutrals. Maybe have things that are going to accentuate pieces in our outfits with our boots or our purse. We want to be able to look younger, maybe widen our eyes a bit or make them have a focus on the center of our eye. Eyeshadows are incredible at giving you that extra pop, helping you look younger, more put together, and I promise it's not as scary as one may think. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna break all of this down. We're actually gonna go in my living room as I show you two different sets of shadows, a cool shadow and a warm shadow set. We're gonna have different sets of 8, and I'm gonna show you how we break those down. So let's go. All right, I got all my sea of things going on around me right now that I'm going to bring everything to you, camera coming up from above so you can see exactly what I'm working on. But there are 4 key things that I want you to just focus in to help get you to love your eyeshadow. And I'm gonna give you those 4 things right now. The first thing is I want you to pick shadows you feel that complement each other. We're gonna go over that right now, so if there's confusion, don't worry about it. I want you to go from the lightest to the darkest. The third thing is imagine where you want the light to attract and the shadow to help lengthen. And the fourth thing is don't be scared of shimmer eyeshadows, just apply them in key places. This is going to be what's going to help you with this tutorial today. We have eyeshadow placement for this for now. I might change it next time, but here's the key things we're gonna hone in on, and I'm gonna give you a cool set of eyeshadows and a warm set of eyeshadows. All right, so we're gonna work on 8 eyeshadows. Now, you can definitely have more than 8 eyeshadows for sure, because I got eyeshadows galore, so don't you fret there. But we're gonna work on 8 eyeshadows, and I'm going to divide each into 2. Okay, so what we're gonna end up having is we're gonna have 2 light, 2 medium, 2 dark. Actually, no, we're gonna do 2 shimmer, and 2 dark. So with these ones, the reason why we're gonna go into 2s, now there are so many other ways you can do this. This is just what we're honing on today, because I can create a palette that is being able to be used in a ton of different ways, but having 2s of those, how many times you know how when we're in school and they say, how many ways can you spell a word out of the word trifecta? And you have to come out with all those ways. That's just like how eyeshadows are. There is never a couple ways you can do it. There's always multiple, but we're gonna hone in on adding these key things into your look right now. So I have ones already drawn out for you of what I've done, and I'm actually gonna show you a couple based off of some of the examples that I have here, and we're gonna draw them out for you right now. But what I have here is a couple colors that I have done in the past, and this is the placement that I have applied them. So Lullaby is a color, Cranberry, Eve, and Coal. Now, these 4 colors can fit into kind of what we have going on here, and you will see that they're applied and placed in key places. And if it all came down together, you would see where each of them come in here, which I'll be able to show you that as well. I'm actually gonna do this one for you today and show you what it looks like on a closed eye. We're gonna start out with these 2 lighter colors right here. they don't look as light as maybe some. You can decide how light you want to go and how light you like things. These are two of my very favorite colors. This one's Pup, this one's Stay Golden. So there's our two light colors. Then we have two medium colors. Now this is our cool section that we're creating right now, and then we're gonna go in and do our warm. So this is Pup and Stay Golden. And they all have the colors right here on the back of them. This one is Cafe, and this one is Lullaby. Then the next we have is Aries, and we have Stardust. So I actually picked a lighter shimmer and a darker shimmer on both of them, and you'll see why. And then we have our two dark colors. One of them is a darker purple. It's not the darkest, but it's a darker purple. And then this is Coal. This is just a really good gray type charcoal brown color. So you can see with these four colors that we can wear them a lot of different ways. And these are the cool ones that we have set up right now. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm actually gonna create an eye look like I did on this for you right now. Now when we come in with these, here is our two light, our medium, our shimmers, and our darks, okay? So you're gonna build your palette, and you can put them into your palette however you need to, the exact same way that we had it laid out if you want. That's what's so cool about Seint, is these can just magnetize into this so easily. So we're gonna go with our lightest color for this look. I'm gonna put the lightest color all over. Again, you don't have to do this. You can actually go in with a medium tone and have that take place too. But you're not gonna see me use all these colors. I'm just gonna focus on the four key things. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna come in with Pup, and Pup is going to go across this eye like so, and up onto that brow bone. Okay, next I'm gonna go to my medium tone, and I'm gonna ask myself, what do I want to do today? An easy thing that you can do for this look is to use it to help build up this lighter color. The lighter color can somewhat be seen. It's not strong, but it can be seen. So I'm gonna go in with Lullaby. Actually, yeah, I'll go in with, I'm gonna go in with this one, Cafe, because we're gonna do this purple so that you can really see it. Okay, so the Cafe is just gonna be this focus right here on this outer edge, because what this does is it adds depth to the eye. So we're actually creating more dimension by having a lighter color with a little bit darker color coming here on the end. But when you bring in a darkest color, it really adds that dimension to the eye. So we're gradually creating darker and darker and darker. This is a really basic eyeshadow look that can take you far, and you can do this exact method with a lot of different colors all together. So this one we did Pup, but the next one we could have done Stay Golden, and we could have done Lullaby, and we then picking one of these. Okay, with my shimmer, you have the option to use a shimmer two separate ways, and that's why I pulled a lighter or a darker. The lighter shimmer to create light. So you saw earlier in this tutorial, I told you those four things that I want you to pay close attention to. We want to create light that comes right up above that pupil. So that's the one that you would go in with the lighter color right above the pupil. If you're wanting to create more dimension on the outside or across the whole entire lower lid, you could go in with a darker one. So you just have to decide what look you want to go with. So I'm actually going to take the Aries, and it's probably not going to show up very much on here. In fact, it's probably not going to show up at all, but you'll get my drift. So I'm going to come in the center right in here, and I'm just going to take that one and go right above that pupil to add in that color. And then last, we want to add a lot more dimension. So we're gonna go in a V shape right on the outer edge. I'm gonna pull in this purple, and we're going to come to the corner of the eye, and we're gonna make this V. And then on the real eye, you wanna make sure that you're blending that out with little stipples or with a different ended brush. We're gonna blend this out just a bit so it's not a harsh line. Of course, on the paper, it's gonna look more harsh, but pulling in with those other colors, and it's gonna have this gorgeous look. So let me show you that really quick on this other graphic that I have right here for you. Now for the final look, we're gonna come in here. This is the pup, and we're coming up onto the brow bone as well. Now we're going cafe to this outer edge. Blend that out just a bit so it blends in nicely. Ari's in the center that you probably can't see, but it will look awesome in real life. It'll just add that pop of color. And then we have our finish of this purple. And there's your finished eye. So on this one, we used pup, we used cafe, Ari's, and amethyst. There we go. All right, now I'm gonna show you the warmer eye that you can do on this one. All right, how did that go? Make a little bit more sense? The two colors are the light, the medium, the darker. Now we can take that and pair it a lot of different ways, okay? You can even have a couple different colors that are in the medium, but having something that gives you that gradual fade is gonna create dimension, and that is goal. Remember too, getting outside that brow bone instead of staying inside of it is huge for you as well. All right, let's move on to the warm 8 colors that I pulled for the eyeshadows right now. All right, so for this one, we have our 2 light colors. Now I did pull in an even lighter one. You don't have to go that light. Again, I could take pup, because pup is seriously one of my very favorite colors. If you saw what my pup looked like, it is very used, okay? So then again, I have Cupcake here, and I have Stay Golden, and now I have a warmer brown. I know this one doesn't look as warm, but this one is a warm brown too. But this one is called Bubba, and this one is called Basic. These are 2 very medium toned browns. Next I have Angel's Landing and Cranberry. So really bringing in that warmth, and then a lighter and a darker, just like I did with the cool tones. And then we have Revival, and we have Cocoa. So this Revival has a little more purples in it. It works really well with these warm tones. So I'm gonna create an eye look for you following that exact same guideline. The exact same thing, I have those 2, 2, 2, and 2. So our light tones, medium tones, shimmer, and dark tones. Just for sake of being able to see this one, I'm gonna start out with the Stay Golden and then move to the other colors where this one isn't really gonna show up on paper. But again, you don't have to go that light. This one's not gonna show much for pigmentation at all unless you have super dark skin, and then it's gonna bring it a lot lighter. So again, with even super dark skin, this is gonna look probably like this would look on somebody else. This one's gonna look light too. Okay, this is Stay Golden, and we're gonna go all over the lid. And we're gonna come out onto that brow bone with the Stay Golden as well. Next, I'm gonna go in, let's take this Warm Bubba because it is amazing and it's gonna look so pretty with all these. We're gonna take Bubba and we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did on the Cool look where we put the Lullaby, and we're gonna take Bubba and we're gonna place it. See how warm that is? It's so yummy. I love it so much. And that is gonna be on this outer edge. It will be blended in there just a little bit better in real life, but it's gonna be on this outer edge. The next thing that we wanna do then is we're going to take our Cranberry, and I'm gonna do that one on this one since I did a lighter one there. We're gonna do this shimmer of Cranberry so I can show you how I would do this. And we're actually gonna take the Cranberry and we're gonna pop it on the lower lid. Hopefully this works. Right like so. You know, paper, not quite like putting eye primer on an eye. Okay, so it's gonna go in about right there. And you'll see, because this is a different color than that, it's just gonna really add that dimension into there. Now, what's gonna happen is this darker color, I'm gonna go with Revival, is gonna come right here. So what it does is it adds that dimension to it. Yes, some overlap. but because of their overlapping and the exact placement that you're putting them, it helps bring in that look all together. So I'm just gonna blend that out a bit more because I do want it to show up more so you guys can see it. Now the next one is, I'm gonna come in here with Revival. And Revival is gonna come on this outer edge and right in like so. I'm gonna bring it up and fan it out just a bit. See how pretty that is gonna turn out? So now I'll show you on that closed eye what it's gonna look like for that final product. It is going to be so, so pretty. First we have Stay Golden. And again, it's coming on the whole lower lid and then up onto the upper lid to finish out the look and give this more dimension and also help hooded eyes. If you have hooded eyes, which is just excess skin that's hanging over your eyes, this is for you. If you have mature skin, if you have youthful skin, having a lighter color like this, it's still, this is awesome. And we really do wanna focus in getting that outside of the brow bone. Next, we're gonna go in with Bubba, and our Bubba is going to come in right here on this outer edge. And it's gonna come out onto that brow bone just a little bit too, helping add dimension into that. Next, we're gonna take the Cranberry, and now Cranberry is gonna come right in here. This is that one color that I'm hoping, I think because it has the shimmers in it, it's making it so it doesn't stick to the paper very good. I'm gonna go in with my finger and see if that helps at all. There we go. Okay, and then lastly, we're going to finish out with that Revival right out here on that outer edge. And we're wanting to make this more of like a V when you place it, and then you can blend it out so it doesn't have that V. You won't see like a solid V, it will have a blend to it. And then you have this gorgeous, beautiful look. And of course on paper, it blends out, or on paper it's harder, but it blends out perfectly and looks so pretty for that final product. Okay, that right there is a very basic, easy eye that you can do. So again, we use the colors Stay Golden, Bubba, Cranberry, and Revival. The final thing that I want to do for you really quickly is to pair a couple things together that you might really like that are examples different from there. So I'm gonna stick to my basics and I'm just gonna pick 4 colors. Also, you can always do 2 colors, 3 colors, 1 color, 2, 3, 4. You don't always have to wear 4 shadows. So I just wanted to teach you though how you can gradiently go from lightest to darkest and having that as your focus. So another thing that you can do, we're gonna take the cupcake right here. Then I can take this basic color right here. So it's not as warm, but it still has that warm look. And then I can take this cocoa right here. And I can even focus on just these 3. But if I wanna add in something super fun, I'm gonna add in the Angel's Landing just like that for an extra added pop. Easy, easy, easy. You can even do something as easy as this. Stay Golden and Cranberry, and then on that outer edge, you can go in with the cocoa and just use those 3 colors. If you wanna add in another pop of color, you can go in with something more like basic, or take it more warm and go with Bubba, okay? Another fun thing that you can do is you can add more than 1 shimmer. It doesn't just have to be 1 shimmer alone. I can go in with these 2 and have Angel's Landing and Revival, right like that too. I just might pick their placement to be a little different. Where we put Cranberry in this that we practiced on that close to that outer edge, and then this one can go on the inside of that, closer to the middle of the eye, right like where we put the Aries right there. So it can just come into the center of the eye there. So the sky's the limit, and look how pretty that is. You can bring it together in so many ways. But if you are planning on how you're gonna buy your shadows, this is a great way that you can do it. Another thing that you can do is you can create a palette for yourself where you buy these colors individually and they can be the exact colors that we did here. So in the description below, I'm gonna put what colors I used for the cool and what colors I used for the warm. But there's one awesome color that I could have used easily in both is Lullaby. Lullaby is the most incredible color that I would put this one in with the medium colors. So I'd place it with the Cafe, or I'd place it with the Bubba or the Basic. Lullaby is your one that can work. It's rock solid for everything. So just as a final wrap up, I hope that helped it make a little more sense. That is our basic for our eyeshadows, but you can do so many different fun colors. Just remember, if you ever get in a place where you feel like you don't know what to pick, go from your lightest to your darkest with your little shimmers in between. I'm Jocelyn McClellan. I love teaching this tutorial for you. If this tutorial helped you out at all, if you'll comment below that it did, or if you still have a little bit more questions about eyeshadows, or you want me to teach another demonstration as well, put it in the comments below. You can always find me on Instagram at jocelyn.mcclellan or Facebook at Fit Mission Makeup with Jocelyn McClellan. And here, you can ring the bell, subscribe to this channel, and even tell your friends about it. Thank you so much for being here. I hope it helped. Take care.